Hello and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. So, I did a little grinding off screen and I went back and reloaded a previous save because I had missed a important materia, the enemy skill materia. Um, there are three, um, well technically four enemy skills you can get at this point, but one is you get from a enemy creature outside of Midgard, right outside. It's the robot with the drill hands. That's Matro Magic, which is very, very important. You'll also notice that there's a spell called Beta on there. Now, that is something you're not supposed to get until much later. You have a creature called the Midgard Zolom over here, and this is where you actually get it. So, story-wise, we're supposed to go through a couple of steps coming up here to get a Chocobo to actually fight this thing. However, you can... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Well, that was a big mistake. However, you can sort of manipulate him to actually get the fight, which now I'm going to have to probably run back to town right quick to get some stuff. No, we'll give it a shot with it. But the sadness effect reduces all damage by 30%, and then the elemental materia that we picked up in the Shinra building from the mayor, that you can equip it to a defensive piece of armor and actually reduce that element's damage by whatever elements you got attached to it. At least at level 1, it's 50%. That's beta right there. Now, those enemies are very resistant to, I guess, it feels like all types of damage, but usually beta does between like 1,000 and 1,500, so it is profoundly stronger than anything we have access to. I need to run back to town and grab some tranquilizer to get the sadness status on Cloud. And usually, Matro Magic will do the work. Oh, which I also changed the background to kind of what I enjoyed having as a kid. I may as well embrace the full level of nostalgia. Oh, come on, game. Which I am going to show the fight on how to get, or at least defeat that, the Midgard Zolom. Get out of the way. Oh, mercy. Thank you. But I do need the sadness status for that to happen. Now let's just buy 10 of these, because I will be using these in the future tense. Let's get that many. And we'll buy some hypers too. Which, the sadness status does seem to be almost a bit overpowered, because with that reduction of 30% damage, the only downside is that your limit break bar fills up slower, which I'm kind of surprised about that. It's the inverse of what Hyper does, where when you're in the Fury status, that increases the speed at which your limit break fills up. Hang on a second. Which, you can do this
very early to get the beta enemy skill, which will, again, just mop the floor with just about everything at this point in the game. Which this strategy isn't my own. This was, provided to me by a gentleman in chat. But you could get it as low as level 11, according to him, which I fully believe. But I think I got it level 7 or 17 or thereabout is when I got it. I just happen to grind it up a bit because, well, it's something I thoroughly enjoy doing. Alright, so let's get prepared for this. Definitely want to save before you try this, that's for sure. Next, let's use the correct one now. Also, I would recommend putting everybody in the back row to reduce damage further. And let's go fishing. Okay, and I'm not going to use beta, but I don't even think this particular strategy would require really any specific spell other than bio. Bio is very important for this. Because, I mean, even with Master Magic, you're doing 225 or whatnot, so getting bio on him will be just super important. And also, I would recommend just using Master Magic or using Cloud's attacks just a few times, and then just having him in wait status. Because you'll want to make sure that he is available the second the Midgard Zolom casts bio. Or not bio, but beta. And also, the Midgard Zolom, when he does this motion, he's getting a little low on health, but he's also going to do an ability that you don't want him to have, or to use on whoever has the enemy skill equipped. Which you'll see here shortly. There we go. So he yeets somebody out. Usually what you want to do is you want to drop. Now we're going to burn a high potion here. Well, that's unfortunate, because Cloud, I don't think, has enough HP to survive. Nope. In fact, that was way more damage than I was expecting. I probably don't have my materia set up correctly. Hang on a minute. Nope, I have it in his attack and not his defense. So there we go. So what you want to do is have a fire materia and combine it with elemental. That'll give you a 50% reduction in elemental damage for fire. I still wouldn't have lived through that since... Well, I might have actually, now that I think about it. But it drops him from doing absurd damage that you saw down to about 300 or 400 or so. Well, let's give it another whirl here. Blanket Quake. Magic. And you can start with bio. Again, bio is the most important thing to get on. when he raises up, just keep Cloud back. You don't want him to accidentally get kicked out of the fight, because he seems to usually do his little tail flip thing on the last person that hit him. Let's use sense and see where he's at HP wise. Well, it's getting close to half. Keeps down. That's not good. Probably do one Matcher Magic, that should get him down. Have Tifa attack. Which also a thing to be aware with Bio is that don't think that counts towards an attack, because if you just sit here and defend, usually somebody will survive and it won't cause him to, like kick whoever it was that cast that out of the battle. I'm just gonna go bananas here because I don't want to fucking do this again. That should be enough to trigger Beta. Or not. Make sure Cloud is at full or very close to it. Tifa's gonna die anyway, so it does not really matter. I just realized he doesn't have Bio, or he wasn't poisoned by Bio. Well, this should trigger it. Fuck! Well, this is another fail. This fucking Midgard Zolan is being a cunt. There it is. It's one round too late. Which this is about how well it went when I was playing through. Like, it just does not seem to ever go perfectly. I'm actually going to adjust some of the material around here. Do you have 2 restores? I think you have 2 restores. There's 1 restore. Who has the other restore? Hang on a second. Barrett has the other restore, and he has the Steel Command. Let's give you... Put that as restore, and let's swap this out for poison. Okay. Let's see if this makes a difference. Come on, you Midgard fucker. I get Bio. Quake. God fucking damn it. Cast Bio again because it didn't land. Oh my god. So playing this on the PC, the joystick settings don't allow me to use the D-pad. So I have to use the analog stick to menu, which often ends up having shit go to the right or to the left or to the right when I don't want it to. Also, it looks like Cloud is not in sadness status, so we need to use a tranquilizer on him. And this motherfucker is still not poisoned. There we go. That should probably yeet Red 13 out. Perfect. Cloud should, in theory, live through this. Alright, so that's a massive reduction in damage. Son of a bitch. So at that point, once you learn it, just cast... you cast Beta on him, and it usually is death at that point. So, that's done. So I'm going to treat that as done. Let's go ahead and move on with the story. But it can be an absolute pain in the ass to get that, but absolutely 110% worth getting Beta. It just is... will mop the floor with everyone. Also, talking to this Chocobo, you don't want to select the command or the option with the 3 R's, the Warg, just the regular Warg. It actually gives you the Chocobo summon, which you may have saw in the previous fight. Let's go ahead and rest here. Yeah, sure. And Ponegill's great. Thank you for sparing your bedrooms. Or bedroom. Okay. Also, let's equip some stuff or change it. So I want you to have elemental, you to have all. Where is... So I'll equip that. We're going to give this to... Red's 13. Let's give you steal. Also, the way that limits were broken down to me or explained definitely helps. So what I want to do is I want to set it to level 1, because in order to learn the next limit, you have to use limits to do so. So the more you use limits, the more experience you develop towards the next level, like level 2 or level 3. Now, to learn the second skill in that limit, in that level, so every level has, I believe, 2, or at least the early ones do, you need to kill enemies with in any manner. So it's always good to kind of switch, like, an enemy skill is good for that, because you can switch it to somebody else and have them use Matter Magic, and it'll just sit there and clean house, and they'll level up their limit, or they'll get their, or level up the counter to their second limit in that level much faster. Ugh, so let's talk to this nerd. Yes, give me a Chocobo. The old folks are out of luck. Old. Like, Cloud's like 21. We're all out of Chocobos. I'm taking care of the ones out there for someone else. You know, if you really want a Chocobo, you should go out and catch one. Want to know how to catch a Chocobo? Not interested. Well then, shall we get down to business? Yes, you can sell me your incredibly overpriced Chocobo lure. Alright. Now,
you'll want to buy. So the greens have different effects in combat. Basically, depending on the green, will impact the length in which the chocobo will linger around for you to catch it. You'll also want to buy a couple of the Mimet greens because there is an enemy skill that you can get from the chocobo given a certain set of circumstances. So that's going to be next on our bit here. But for that, you'll want to bring the battle speed down to just molasses because those chocobos ain't got time for anybody's shit. Let's do that. You also want to do a custom arrangement, so you'll want to bring both of that and the Mimet greens up here. In fact, I would have these just like that. Oh, also, let's move you back to the front. There, that's better. Now, you'll want to equip the Chocobo Lure materia, which I did not realize it was materia when I first was running around here, so that was fun. And then you'll just run around the tracks and hopefully you'll get lucky. Now, there is a specific formation that you'll want the Chocobo to show up and do. It'll either need to show up with 2 of these creepy-ass looking elephants or 2 of these other discount-looking Chocobos. Which, the level 4 Suicide, the other enemy skill that I got, you actually get from these squirrels here. You do have to be a multiple of level 4 because it operates just like every magic or enemy skill in every other Final Fantasy, for the most part, where you have to either see or be hit by the, or this you have to be hit by the actual blue magic or enemy skill. Oh, Magic didn't kill everybody. That's shocking. And there's level 4 Suicide. Which nobody's level 4 right now, so go get bent. Alright, so let's hope this does not take a funkin' year to do. Perfect right off the bat. So again, you have to be pretty damn quick. So hop down here, use the Gestalt screens, and then once those are used, you want to use level 4 Suicide on everybody. I used the wrong fucking greens. Son of a bitch. I wonder what happens when you do it with the shitty greens. Nothing. Oh, great. You want to use the Gestalt greens when you're trying to capture the Chocobo. Oh, Lord have mercy. Can't believe I did that. Which the Chocobo Lure materia increases the chance in which a Chocobo is to appear, and of course as you level it up. This one wouldn't be one that you'd want to try and do it with because, well, it doesn't have the correct formation. You have to have the 2 elephants or the 2 other birds, which I'm going to give it a couple more battles, and I'll probably just do it off screen or start the video next time with it right here. Here we go. This works out perfect. So, step 1, use the
the Matt Green on you. And level 4 suicide on everybody. And that should cause old Chocobo person there to use the Chocobuckle, which I believe that's what the enemy skill is called. There it is. Which, I don't know how the hell anyone's supposed to figure that out, but I was lucky enough to have an encyclopedic individual in the chat that walked me through all of this. And that's how you get that enemy skill. Alright, I am going to make the skill, or the cut right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wander back and forth until I have a Chocobo, and then we'll use that to cross the swamp as you're intended to do. But as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.